Welcome to Same Spit, Different Face TV. Well, my opinions is facts, and if you don't like my opinions, you can start your own podcast. And it's free. So don't forget to spit on the like button, the subscribe button, and the notification. Now, Spit Squad, Megan Thee Stallion flopped, and she dropped a documentary. And in that documentary, she talked about Tory Lanez again, even though he already serving time in jail. Now, what did she say? In this, she said she did have sex. She had relations with Tory Lanez once, but she said she was drunk or whatever that means, right? So not only is she trying to downplay the fact that she had sex with him, she throwing that I was drunk part in it to basically say, oh, I couldn't really consent to the sex. I did it out of being drunk, so it's not like I really did something to him, bro. She is crazy. She is wild. And in the words of Nicki Minaj, yo, you can't call the cops every time you flop. Every time something don't go right. Her album just did atrocious. And now she is basically in a position of where she's trying to use Tory Lanez to boost her. Now, nothing against Megan Thee Stallion, but all these awards she won recently, we haven't seen her do anything significant with her music by herself that wasn't attached to a feature where we can say, oh, she deserves this cover, she deserves this publication, she deserves this award. But she's continuing to try to run this Rihanna stimulus package. Now, what do I mean? Obviously, Rihanna is wildly talented, and Auntie is one of the greatest R&B albums ever. Auntie is also the first album to give us scissor. If y'all don't know, check track one. Scissor is the one actually singing on that hook. Let me cover your England, I can make it go. Oh, when I look outside my window, I can't get no peace of mind. Yeah, for those of y'all who didn't know, that was SZA. But my point is that, you know, that thing happened with Rihanna, and they basically turned it on Chris Brown and put Chris Brown in the blender and released Rihanna mugshot pictures. And I'm sure Rihanna was one of the people who was saying, yo, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this to him. This is somebody I love. We both got into it. All of that type of stuff, right? But she was pushed by the people that she was managed by, in my belief, to do this. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't have did it, being a victim of domestic violence that she was, but also at the same time, it was alleged that, you know, her and Chris Brown both got into it, and she was fighting him as well as he was fighting her. Now, I know we always say, we always talk and we speak of double standards, right? And we might look at this situation and say we want equality, and equality would be that a woman should defend herself against a man and a man would defend himself against a woman. But obviously we live in a society where, you know, no matter what a woman do to you, you shouldn't put your hands on her. And I believe in that. I'm just saying that it's kind of like a double standard. And also, we've seen all of these people laugh at what's been happening in this Diddy case. When they mention a man, everybody laugh and say, oh, he wanted it. He must have been like that. This is that. But when it comes to the women, everybody like, oh, I feel so bad for her. I'm so sorry she had to go through that. So it's just going to be a double standard when it comes to a lot of things. But the craziest part is that Megan Thee Stallion swore on her dead mother grave that she never slept with Tory. How can we trust anything she say after that? But the biggest thing I was about to say is that Roc Nation ran the right play with the wrong person. They didn't understand that people don't really like Megan Thee Stallion like that. So they looking for a reason to be able to tell her, yo, this is not popping, this is not what it is. And especially when you look at all the things that came out in the trial, all the circumstantial evidence, the DNA was not Tory Lanez, but they expert lied and said that the DNA was non-conclusive and it could have been Tory Lanez when that was a lie. The bullet fragment ended up getting lost. They couldn't find that. If you go back and look through the transcripts, that was in the first case. So it was a lot of things that happened. Then we got Desiree Perez. She was at every court date, or she was at a lot of the court dates from what they reported from inside the courtroom. So when does your record label care about what happens at your court date? They care about what happened at your court date when they are mutually invested. And I told y'all, Megan Thee Stallion is $1 billion business, and they not going to take that away for nothing in the world. Now, It's a lot of things that's going on, and actually, I'll be doing another video where I'll report on Megan Thee Stallion suing Milagro. Actually, I think I did one on that, but it's some breaking news, some new news on that. So I'll do a video on that. If not tonight, tomorrow. Check out my original Chicago hood movie in the end screen, No Time to Play Fair.